All right, all right. Is everybody ready?
Yes.
All right, all right. All right, let's hit it. Hello, hello, and welcome to our humble little podcast. This is Atlantis After Dark, the greatest place in all of cyberspace. Little known fact, I was once a centerfold for Playgirl magazine. Unfortunately, the staples covered everything. I'll tell you what, I'm ready to go already. You guys are too. So let's not waste a whole lot more time. Let's get right into it and meet today's All-Stars. First up, he's the Sorcerer Supreme of cyberspace. Last week, Rhett felt left out because he also has a tattoo on his penis. It says Tiny, but when it gets hard, it says Ticonderoga, New York. It's Rhetmus. What's happening, Big Kahuna?
Oh, not much, man. Appreciate the insults and fun as usual.
Nice plug, by the way. If you want to see it, just ask it. Yeah, that's a pretty good insult. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome to the show today, pal.
All right.
And
Thank
so
you.
I'll call it teaser trailer.
Teaser.
All right. Joining us on the show today, the other night after a date, she was feeling a bit frisky and said, "Hey, big boy, I want you to undress me with your words." He said, "There's a spider in your bra." It's the lovely and talented DCL Junk. How are you today, Miss Junk?
Good, thank you. And I still haven't found that spider.
No matter how hard you look, right?
I know. Although my nipples are hairy, so I was like peeling that down for a while. I thought that was the spider.
Oh man. Oh, once
I
again,
insect you nipples.
It's like you just have little beards around them.
If there were only 8 legs, they can't be that hairy.
Sure.
Oh my God. Well, welcome to the show again. We are so glad to have you. Up next, he's the gangster of ganja. Yesterday, he showed his doctor this weird rash on his ass, but the doctor got all embarrassed and uncomfortable. I said, "Well, that's not very professional." What did he say? He said, "Get away from my table. We're trying to enjoy our dinner." It's Sekju. Welcome, sir.
Well, thanks for having me. But
Hey.
yeah, I interact with my doctor as little as possible because it's always bad fucking news.
It is.
Never go to the doctor and get told something positive.
Yeah, right? They always ask you
Very
for something.
true.
At least not in my experience. I think one time it's like, "Oh, you lost 5 pounds. Good job. But you need heart medication." Well, fuck.
Oh, my God. Well, welcome to the show, buddy. We are so glad to have you today. Everybody knows this next All-Star. After a hard night of partying, he decided to go to McDonald's with his friends. He sat down, took a bite, and found a hair in his burger. He was so surprised. He didn't know they used natural ingredients. It's Tootitron. Welcome to the show, pal.
All natural is the worst way to go, baby.
Wow. All right. Exciting. I don't know what that means. Does that mean you should go hairless? Or does that mean you should...
Didn't we have a big conversation about how I'm not a big fan of body hair?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm guessing yes.
Okay. Yes, we did. Sorry.
Tootie would just like to buy his own dental floss.
It's been a while. Yeah. There you go.
We needed reminding. That's what it was. I needed reminding. I'm an old man. Welcome to the show, and thanks for being with us. Last but not least, from the hidden isle of Themyscira, last week she was on a crowded elevator in a hotel when a man accidentally elbowed her in the breast. He said, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, but if your heart is as soft as your breasts, you'll forgive me." She said, "Well, of course you're forgiven. And if your dick is as hard as your elbow, I'm in room 1123. It's Witty Amazon. What's happening out there on Paradise Island?
Apparently, I'm doing just fine.
There's no better way to be.
One.
That was a good one.
Oh my God, there's no better way to be.
I'm good. I'm great at pickup lines.
Yeah, gas
We're not.
stations and supermarkets.
I know,
like, you always
right?
got her picking up somebody somewhere.
She's a fucking pro at this thing.
At least someone is getting laid.
Yep.
Fucking nerds.
Yeah.
Fucking nerds. Jesus.
That was great.
Oh boy.
I'm just kidding.
No,
Well, Welcome one and all. And I think let's just get into some DCL. What do you guys want to talk about?
I mean, can we talk about the elephant in the room, or just rip right into it?
Well, the thing is, I feel like we can't have a show about the game if we don't talk about the shit that's happening in the game to some degree. So,
yeah.
God.
I don't know. With the whole shit that's happening in the game, it's mildly inconvenient, is what it, for most people. I want to clarify that, most people. Because from what I understand, the main issue that a lot of people are having is when they log into the game, it forces them out of sync because of the showdown rewards.
Right.
But I've heard for some people that they are stuck in like an endless loop of that message coming up where they can't play. So for those people, I am so sorry. And that fucking sucks, and they really need to fix it. But from what I understand, for the mass majority of people, like everyone's out on Reddit demanding compensation and all this shit. And it's literally like, oh, your game has to restart once and then you just go play normally. So, I'm normally one of the first people to be carrying a torch too, but I think it's getting a little bit out of hand, other than the people who can't get fucking into the game. Those people have every right to be like livid, because it's been a week since this issue started happening.
Yeah.
And my biggest problem with it, after speaking with Retmus, who we all know is a code wizard and knows his shit like up and down, it doesn't seem like this is a problem that should take a full business week for a major multi-billion-dollar company to fix. So my biggest issue here isn't with compensation. I just want my game to work correctly. And where I'm hurting right now is my faith that our development team can do anything. Because if you can't fix a minor bug like this in a week, and it's been a full calendar week now, and I mean, that's great that they managed to get the sales fixed and then took the weekend off. Hooray, WB Games. But, it's been a week. Fix your game. I don't care about compensation. I just want the game to work correctly, or at least close to correctly.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like I think people it's always been like, oh, it's on life support now. They always think that's the latest thing. Like, I think it's gonna die soon. It's gotten to the point where it's not really on life support. It's like it's actually brain dead, and its loved ones are just insisting on keeping it plugged in with a feeding tube and a respirator and everything else. It's like but we're the ones saying like, no, there's still a chance.
Are you saying that it's the Terry?
We're the family saying like, no, there's still a chance. There's still a chance. And it's a little frustrating, but it's also like I mean, I still enjoy the game. I think I'm at a point now I'm resigned to like Monkey Prince. I was really gonna spend money on, but now like I can't spend physical money anymore on this game.
Yeah, I got flashbacks to what was her name? Terry Schiavo.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I don't know.
I think she's one of the developers.
Awesome. Yeah.
Let's put our brain and a half together.
I was a little disappointed because I was basically told, they were like, yeah, we found the problem and hopefully should get it fixed soon. I was like, bet. So I told everybody, I was like, they found the problem. It should be fixed soon. And lo and behold, was it 3 days later? We're still working on it. And honestly, it's one of those problems that is so egregious that I'm not like, it takes a lot to piss me off. I'm not pissed off, but I am like a little annoyed that their game is literally broken, and yet they're not like staying late to fix it. They're not like they just went home for the week.
Yeah.
Right.
And paying customers are out there.
And they're plugging Hogwarts instead.
Yeah.
I
was like, and then that Dark Side sale came up, and I know Biff bought some. But I was like, this is gonna be the least bought Rebirth token sale of all time. I know it. And I didn't buy any of it. First, I'm kind of broke right now, but at the same time, like, I'm kind of with the rest of you. Like, I don't know if they deserve it right now. I just can't justify it at this current moment. So I think they just gotta, as soon as they pull that bug out, like we're all accepting of the bugs that the characters have. Like, we've been through it a million times. Like, I'm not too worried about it at this point, but the one that literally prevents us from playing the game is the one that's fucking annoying. That's my 2 cents. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, the way I see it, a lot has been said this past week, and honestly, the only thing that this whole discussion achieved was getting me far away from Discord and all things DCL,
Yeah.
except the game itself. Because I mean, I know we all play the game for different reasons at different competitive levels and spending levels, but none of that justifies the attitude I'm seeing in the community. When that message error came with the Doomsday Shards, when it first appeared, two things came to mind. First one was, no worries, they'll fix this and I'll get my shards anyway. And the second one was, brace yourselves, Reddit bitching incoming. And guess what? I was right on both things. You know, it's so predictable. Every little bug, error, mistake is a reason to start spreading the end of times for DCL. Like, take a chill pill, just relax and let them figure things out. Everything will work out in the end. We just need to just take a step back and just relax. This game is supposed to make us feel better, not to stress us out to the point of writing essays on Reddit. And even worse than that are the people that say they'll quit the game, that it's the perfect time to quit, and they never do, and they stay and they try to convince other people that it's the right move not to buy the packs, not to play the game, to uninstall. Like, piss off. If you want to quit, just quit already. Just stop making it depressing it for us who still want to enjoy it. Because when if I quit, I'll tell my alliance mates and that's it. I'm done. I'll uninstall and that's the end of it. But that's no need to keep bringing that up and writing those essays on Reddit. If you want to leave, just leave. Just simple as that. Don't make it worse. It's already bad that some people can't even play the game, like Sekchi said. Because for me, it'll just reboot. But to have people constantly bringing negativity into it on top of those bugs, it just doesn't help. It just doesn't help.
Yeah, and poor Reeves. Like, Reeves is just the messenger, and people on Reddit treat Reeves like Reeves is the actual programmer of the game. Like,
and like
he's
it's
communicating
like
with us,
Reeves
you know?
is their butler. She's not there just to please everyone. She's doing her job,
Yeah.
and that's it.
I mean, that's all Reddit too, though. I mean, like, that's entirely Reddit is just like bitching and being like, there's never like a, wow, I'm so excited
Super toxic place.
Yeah, it's the worst. I mean, they will downvote. There are people who just downvote everything just because they're trolls,
because someone,
you know?
Yep.
Because someone posted. They will downvote just because someone posted. I mean, you have to be pretty low in life just to be someone
100%.
like that.
To hold a digital grudge.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
basically, like,
Jesus.
oh, that guy posted, downvote for him.
There's about 8,000 nerve endings in the vagina, and it's still not as sensitive as all of Reddit. I'm just fucking crazy with this shit.
No, it's ridiculous, and like I don't like. I'm pretty negative about the game, but I don't like post about it. You know what I mean? But I mean, or I'll do it in like
why would you?
the alliance only or here or something like that.
Does this game like? Is this the pinnacle of your existence, of your life? No,
Yes.
it isn't.
No.
She said yes.
No, 100%. And also, and here's the thing: like, as much as I bitch, like, I will be on this game like the second we get off. You know what I mean? Like, I know, I know. So
don't get me wrong. We all have the right to bitch, to let our frustrations. We do that in the alliance chat. We talk to each other. Hell, we're doing it here, but people get so pissed off at little stupid things, and that's just too much.
Yeah. And the research, let's face it, who really needed those doomsday shards? You know?
Exactly. I was mainly just expecting the legendary essence, not even the shards. So
Right.
So, I don't know.
And we'll get them. I'm sure we'll get them soon, but it's just
No, I don't even mind. Like I said, I know they're gonna fix this. I'm not waiting on those shards and that essence.
No, I know.
To move on with my life and to move on with my game.
Yeah. I'm curious to hear what the issue is, maybe from a programming perspective. Retmus, do you have anything to add to this conversation that maybe would help them? Hint, hint. Wink, wink. Anything you want to say, pal?
He's like, I can't
I know
talk. Or I'm going
he's
to
over there
explode.
like, oh, I don't know about this shit, man.
Deep breath. Take a deep breath first.
It's a simple issue, actually. I mean, the game is programmed to call to a database, and then it extracts from the database a character. Each one of our accounts are linked through a specific ID, and that's how we're stored in the database that stores all the data of everything we have. So whenever we score a certain, amount, and that amount is equal to the value we're supposed to get, of whatever event we're playing, then the game pulls from the database and says, oh, well, SecJu is supposed to get this. And it then applies that and lets you collect it. And then it marks it into the database that it's been collected, clears it out, it's done, end of story. That's how it works. So there was something wrong with the database to where it's not pulling from, it's receiving a null value back, like an empty value. So when it tries to display that on the screen, there's nothing to display, and it's causing the error, the out of sync error, because it's not pulling. So it's resetting itself to try and reconnect to the database to grab the actual data needed. And that's what's causing the issue. And there's a few quick ways that you can really clear it out quick. You can either just wipe it from the database, saying it's all been collected, wipe it completely out. And then that way, when the message comes back, or when it comes back on, it won't look for that message. Or if it's hard coded in this, because it's a weekly or a monthly event, and they update the game for these events, then they would have to send out a patch just to remove it, not to collect it at all. Like it's not there. There's real simple ways to do it, and it can be done in less than 5 minutes to fix these issues. And if you really wanted to do it, you could go through the database and just give a single shard to everybody, and just say everybody gets one shard. Push the one shard to or push it, so it'll pull and it'll equal to that, and then everybody collects one shard. It sends back to the database saying collected, clear out, move on. I mean, it's simple stuff.
I wonder. Sorry, go ahead.
I just get a little irritated when things like this do happen, and they're really simplistic fixes. So that does lead me to believe that they either have new people and they don't know it, because, like, for example, let's just say I'm thrown onto a project and a previous people programmed it. It might not have been programmed by best practices. It could be really horrible. So I've got to spend most of my time that I have, that's allotted to this project, reverse engineering their code, trying to figure out how they did it, why they did it this way. Sometimes programmers don't even put comments on their stuff, so you have no idea what functions do what. So it could be new people coming in trying to figure out heads or tails of what's going on, and that's what's taking so long. I mean, I can understand that, and it's understandable, but people out there just want their stuff. They could care less what's going on behind the scenes. Yeah. It just irritates me. But what irritated me most of all out of everything is when they sent out the message, to everybody. And they're like, we're extending the sales of the Siege pack and the resale pack as a thank you for your support,
Right.
So we're giving you more opportunities to purchase stuff from us, even though we have a broken game.
Yeah. My cup
How is that
full
a thank you?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, how's that a thank you?
Good grief.
I wonder how many, maybe, I don't know anything about programming, so this could be I'll totally clueless question, but I mean, I wonder if it's it seems like a lot of people are spending their time on the animations, on the art, and maybe they're just not getting into the guts of the game, and maybe is that more enjoyable? Is it maybe that they have people with an artistic, the artistic part and not the other part?
They're different divisions, though.
Yeah, different teams.
So I wonder if people they're on the same team with the people that really like that, so they don't even get into the nuts.
The design department is up there, different level.
Think of it like this: there's a template made for the game, and they all have character classes and abilities for each character. And we all know that they have, certain slots for active abilities, passive abilities. So all they do is the department will sculpt the characters, they'll texture them, give them the animations they're supposed to have, and then they'll say, here's the character with their X number of animations. And then the development team just literally, they drag in that model, and then they just place those animations to the active abilities that they're assigned to. So when you click a button, it plays that ability, and then they code in how much damage each one's supposed to do. And that's pretty much the template for every character going forward, because you only have to program it once when you create a class. And just think of a class as like the big template, and says like, fill in these blanks, and then they go in and say, okay, insert the animation here, insert the next one here, and so forth down the line. And because if not, and you had to program it every single time, it would take forever, and code would become huge.
Gotcha.
And that's that whole discussion actually leads me to believe that we do not actually have a full-time programmer
I
or
was
even a
just gonna say
part-time
that.
programmer assigned to this game. Like the vast majority of the resources seem to go to just art department essentially, and creating the
Right.
new characters to get us to buy the new characters. And maybe the person coding things spends a half hour a month on things,
Right.
basically, because I'm sure there's a budget, and this game can't be bringing in enough money to support having full-time staff just watching this game. So I'm sure that's a part of the problem too. And I think this problem exacerbated and shows us that, yeah, that's reality.
Yeah.
Because again, multinational corporation, billions of dollars, but we can't figure out this basic bug that Retmus just sorted out for us in a 5-minute discussion on a podcast. Like that's the part that really irks me. That's the bothersome part, not the bug in the game, so to speak.
Right,
so
right.
that's the part that's really grinding my gears, so to speak.
Yeah, it's a
about this
symptom,
whole
not
situation.
it's a symptom, not the problem.
Yeah.
We could just send them Redmus' resume and
We tried that.
fix
We tried to rent them out, Retmus, for
Yeah.
free. We were going to send them pro bono to do work. We were like, just feed him and give him a roof, and he'll do the work. He'll fix the game in a month.
Yeah.
What if we all just like posted on Reddit?
It would never happen.
Reddit.
It would never happen. And I can tell you reasons why this would never happen. Number one is
You don't want to fucking do it.
They would not let someone outside just come in and look at all
Yeah.
their source code.
Right,
Yeah.
they're proprietary.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I would have to fill out all kinds of types of forms, and stuff like that. And a lot of times you have to sign agreements like, I will not be creating any games that can be a competitor towards this, and blah, 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 and stuff like that. Then I have to go to my work and get my work to approve letting me work on something like that in the first place,
Right.
outside of the scope of my actual, job that I do. And I don't see the government saying, sure, you can go code this.
For Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, help them out.
It's like, and while you're coding, you can just stay there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want that.
You'll have to change your name to Steve.
That's it. If I was able to, I would 100% help and do it completely for free, because I want the game to succeed, because I enjoy it, and I enjoy the time, that I get with everybody talking about it and coming up with combos and ideas. That's the fun part of the game. If this was a single player game and we did not have alliances, or we didn't talk to anybody about the game, it would have died a long time ago. It's the whole point of having alliance members, and the friendships that we build. That's what really keeps the game going. And that's the one reason why I would try my best to help out and figure out what the heck's going on, just for that reason, just to keep this going on.
Yeah, part of me doesn't understand why Warner Brothers games and DC Legends in particular at this point hasn't done what a lot of other games have done and opened like an official Discord community for alliances, because the in-game alliance chat just fucking sucks. And now that KT Play is gone, like, is it that hard to like set up a basic Discord server for the community that is official, or to just name one of the many ones that exists already as official and just have Reeves post there? I don't know. It just seems crazy to me to expect everyone to go to Reddit for the announcements at this point, because a big chunk of the community never went to Reddit in the first place.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I will never go there ever again.
No, then there you go. There you have
Right.
people that hate it so much that they won't even go there.
Yeah.
It's important to post information on the same source that gave us QAnon. That's
Jesus.
I think it's just an important place.
How come they never post any updates to 4chan?
Exactly.
Oh my God. Well, listen, as much as I'd love to talk more and more about the shit, I just don't know if it's worth it.
Well, yeah, like what he was saying, no reason to be overly
Right.
negative about it. Like we know they'll fix it eventually. It is frustrating in the meantime. And again, the people I really feel for are the ones that cannot play the game at all. That really
Yeah.
fucking
100%.
sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they need to fix it for those people.
Yeah.
And there is, we do have a great rework so far, and one not so good rework, and potentially, I don't know. I haven't used Dr. Light yet, but she looks pretty well broken, but or bugs, but also pretty fun. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. Bleez isn't as bad, I think, as people are making it out to be. I've actually played with her a little bit in Siege, and she's helped me win some matches, especially
Nice.
with people running like Harley Quinn. Because you know that you're gonna have some enraged people dancing around, and she's
Mhm.
gonna be able to do some damage based off that. So, I wouldn't say she's great or anything. She's still not a very, very good tune, but she's better than I thought she was after just looking over the new kit.
Oh,
I
cool.
and then with Dr. Light, I brought her up to L3 after seeing what she could do. And I think that I fucked up on the legendary order though, because I undervalued the can't miss on the 3 with her big nuke attack. And I really think that that one's kind of important to have for Siege.
Yeah.
Because I keep thinking I have it and then I miss, and then Cheshire just fucks me up with some diseases or something like that. So I definitely think I mixed them up there on the legendary order, but she seems like she could be really good. I think I saw somebody question whether or not she was a character in the vein of like a Green Spectre or like a Starfire, and I do think she's more of a Starfire because she does purge all of her intelligence when she drops that huge bomb. But the thing to keep in mind is she's copying the intelligence from the rest of your team, so it's not like you really even need to build her up to this astronomical level to hit that gate. You just need a team like with an SSX lead that just passes out a bunch of int. Or if you have Spectre on your team, or Etrigan, or Stitch, she's going to copy all that int and then do her massive nuke move.
Now,
So
is there a bug or where she crits the way like Question used to, or not? Is
I
that
think
have
they
you not
fixed that.
finding that? Oh, okay.
That has been corrected, I think, with one of the updates they did throughout the week with the messages. They did say that they addressed that, and also I think they took away something in Cyclone, but I can't tell what because she still seems to be doing the same stuff for me. But it's not like I'm using her all the time either.
Right.
But I definitely think that she's a character in the vein of Starfire, where she's this huge nuke. You can't miss on her third one if you set it up all right, and beyond that, she has more survivability. She's wearing damage immunity a lot of the time, and if you hit her when she has damage immunity, she's gaining buffs. So I think she's a really good character. I'm not the type to place them in tiers or anything, but I would have to guess A tier type of character. So that's my opinion anyway.
It's a pretty high endorsement.
She's playing really well. I've been using her in Female Blitz, like not as much because of Starfire being a bonus tune, but I have thrown her onto a couple teams with Starfire. Again, thinking I had that third can't miss, but fucking up that legendary order, and it hasn't worked out for me a couple times. But in general, it's great. Like, and you forget that she's converting buffs when she attacks with her basic. So like, she's both purging and gaining intelligence at the same time, and that she sometimes strikes twice, which is nice as well. So
Yeah.
really, I think it's a really good character and a really good kit, and I look forward to finishing her off and being able to play with her at L580 and all that jazz.
Nice. What about some of the other stat boosts? I know we didn't really talk a lot about them, but the one I did want to ask about was Arkiss. Did his stat boost do anything for him at all?
On the raid, he was pretty good.
Okay.
I don't think it made a lot of difference because his main thing is his second move, the double bitch slap,
Yeah.
and it works just as fine as it did before. So I don't notice anything really hugely different about him.
Oh well, I did.
I didn't test him for raids because we had Lex as a 5x, so I didn't need to use him, and I wanted also to test Rocket, and I didn't have the chance to do that.
Nice.
I did test Rocket. It was kind of disappointing returns. I got to be honest. I thought she was going to do a lot better. And I actually found my Arkiss is lower than yours, Witty, but was actually outperforming my Lex at 5x. Like Lex, yes, would hit occasionally for like a really huge amount of damage, but most of the time his basic was hitting in the like 1.3 to 2 million range of damage for me. So when Arkiss was out there and he's amped up with that stat boost, mine's only RB2. he was crushing it on damage and raids better than he ever has for me. So I have to say I noticed.
It's my fault. I didn't try. I have them both at RB3, but I didn't try. I went for Lex all the way. But I will still endorse Arkiss until we get a Green Spectre or a Green Lois, because that those out of turn attacks that he does when he gets hit, they really come in handy. It's not just that when he gets his turn, and when he gets hit by the boss, he gets extra hits and extra damage, and that's huge for a non-bonus tune. That's huge for me.
Yeah, and he's a hero, so with question, he's gonna punch 3 times. So
Yep.
that's a plus.
I have been using Deadman and Mr. Miracle. Like, I love both of those characters, and the stat boost I think really helped both of them. I mean, I liked him before, so it's not like I, but I feel like Deadman is definitely he's been, again, in Siege, he is hitting hard. Yeah, Deadman or Mr. Miracle I really used a lot, but like as an anti-Cheshire, I think that was a good stat boost.
I've
I
been
haven't
loving
been using
Deadman.
any of them, not even in Siege. I'm just using like shit comps like Twat teams
Oh no,
all the way
Winnie.
through Siege. Yeah, and you know what? It's paying off better than trying to climb up bonus tunes into the teams and losing one tune and ended up having less points than I should. So
Yeah,
my
there's
strategy this go around is just SWAT teams all around and guaranteeing the 3 stars, and it's working just fine.
there's nothing worse than bringing one bonus tune and then losing one character.
Yeah,
It's
so-
nothing
Yeah,
worse than that.
that
You
is-
feel like you
Exactly.
just like, oh, it's like you're at the craps table or something like that, and you just lost.
I got fucked up so many times last Siege because of that. That
Mhm.
this time around I decided no bonus tunes, and I have them all. I think I have them all, almost everyone geared except the new tunes. I've got Dr. Light, but she's just L1, so she wouldn't help me at all. But yeah, just twat teams all around. Trigon with Parasite, with Cheshire, lovely. It's
Ugh.
working just fine for me.
Ugh.
Well, the nice thing at least
and,
is sorry.
and that comes to another thing that we didn't talk about, but I think we should. You know, the siege bans. You know,
Okay.
it's another thing we need to discuss, because it's the hypocrisy at the highest levels, in my opinion. Well, let me start by clarifying that I didn't even know Atrocitus was missing until people started bitching around. And there was 2 types of bitching. Like, in one side, ooh, I upgraded my characters and I can even use them now. And for those people, if you're not a farm to play person managing resources and slowly building up, I gotta break it to you, you're a massive twat. If that isn't the case, you're a twat.
Yes.
On the other side of Twatville, or adjacent to that, there's Smugtown. And that town lives the guys with the awesome rosters that are gloating that they don't have to face a super easy team to beat, arguing, oh, that comp is so boring and repetitive, and we already have to face plenty of that in regular PvP. We don't need that in Siege as well. So let me tell you something. You only wanted him banned because you don't want to have to mirror it or use a comp that doesn't include bonus tunes. It wasn't done to benefit the masses, but those who glorified Siege or over glorify Siege. And newsflash for those folks, you end up facing the same comps over and over again, mirroring them as well. The difference is you get at least 3 bonus tunes in those comps. So to me, it's a lot of hypocrisy, and the biggest thing is Reeves or Steve or whoever makes the decisions, biggest fail in this situation was not announcing things when they should have. When they announced the monthly events, they should have announced this character was banned. That's the message. If they're gonna keep doing this, they need to tell the players they're gonna do this.
I think they're probably going to from now on, but whatchamacallit, I do think it is overall a good thing, mainly due to the fact that sometimes they plan the bonus characters in Siege for the new characters, like what meshes well with them a little bit. Like it doesn't happen every month, but it does happen. And this month, while Atrocitus would have probably made Bleez shine a little bit better because her light is very, very fucking dim. Whatchamacallit, she no one's using Bleez right now because Atrocitus isn't there, and we have three other mystical, at least three that I remember off the top of my head, bonus tunes: Katana, Deadman, and the Monkey Prince himself. And if Atrocitus was there, none of them would get used. So, like, taking him out was the smart move, just because then it allows us all to use some of the new characters and the bonus characters effectively without being like slaughtered.
Suri, I'm gonna say this again. It doesn't benefit the masses. It benefits the people in top 100 Siege. They don't want to lose the chance to use bonus tunes against Atrocitus teams, which they have to either mirror or use teams that don't include those bonus tunes.
I think that's an oversimplification.
This doesn't help people in top 1000 or top 500. This doesn't benefit them.
It's only one character, like
yeah, it is, and don't get me wrong. I didn't even notice he was missing because he's not part of my plans, and I wasn't using him at all. I'm not bitching about it. The only thing I'm bitching about is that it wasn't announced, and it should have. And the second thing is, and I wanted to ask you this personally. I don't think this was an idea that came from from their team. Probably was from the VIPs, right? It was probably their idea. So I'm guessing they're trying to make this their sandbox, which it isn't.
The original time when they banned Spectre and Star Sapphire, I don't know it wasn't. I don't think any NDA member suggested it. I think it honestly might have been accidental for like April Fools, because I think it was marketed as an April Fool's joke. And then I think after that, I don't know what happened, but I guess they just decided to roll with it because it had a lot of positive feedback. A lot of people enjoyed the fact that, Spectre got banned
for 2 days. It did make a difference. It was a failed attempt at calling it an event, because it wasn't an event. And if they knew their marketing, they know that for us an event is getting free stuff, which wasn't it. They banned Spectre for like 2 days. I didn't even notice he was missing until I needed to use him. And this time around, they didn't even announce Atro was missing. And it sounds something very, and this ban sounds very specific. Why didn't they ban anyone else rather than Atrocitus?
Like I said, I wonder if it's just because they wanted to make their blues shine for the month, or also because they probably see the statistics of characters that are being used. Like Atrocitus is probably a very high pick rate, a very high win rate. So they're probably like, okay, we take out the popular character. Maybe next month it's Trigon. I don't know. But I'm willing to bet that Atrocitus is only going to be banned for this month. And then next month it's gonna be somebody else. Like it's a temporary thing. Like,
no, I'm not bothered with that. They can ban him for the eternity of Siege. I don't care. I don't care. The only thing I care is about transparency, and that's something I'm not seeing here from the team when they announced it, and who got that idea, because this is not something that benefits the whole community. I will say this till I die. I don't think that this was done to benefit everyone rather than the people in top 100 or top 20 Siege. Because if you wanted to make it less boring, ask the people in top 10 if they aren't fighting the same teams over and over and mirroring those teams over and over again. Siege top 50 Siege is the definition of boring. So
can we talk about Twatville for a second? Where is that? And what was the other town?
Twatville and
Up your ass
what
and to the
was it?
left, right?
Smugtown.
Smugtown. Okay, yeah.
Smugtown.
Smugtown,
Oh,
Smugtown.
Smugtown. Because my
Smugtown.
mom lived in. I think my mom lived in Twatville. I think she was mayor of Twatville.
The mayor, duly elected.
I mean, I largely agree with what Woody's saying. Like, an announcement would have gone a long way in
Yeah.
fostering goodwill about that decision. I do like the decision only because, yes, it allows you to use the bonus tunes, and I'm not a top 50 Siege person usually, but I am this time because of the fact that Atro
Nice.
isn't there. So, it's been fun, but I definitely see your point, and I agree. There needed to be communication, and also, like, why not ban 4 tunes from Siege
Yes.
that are
Exactly.
like, don't single
love
out
that.
Atro.
It sounded
Take out
super specific, super
Yeah.
specific. If you're gonna make six tunes as bonus, you can easily ban 6 tunes as well, and make a difference. They ban that character specifically so that you won't use Atro, Brainiac, Supergirl, and
Spectre
what's
or
the other
Black Adam.
Spectre?
That's
Yeah.
popular mix too. But
I mean,
yeah, I agree.
It was very specific.
I think it would have gone over better if they would have banned at least 1 tune from each affinity.
Well, and
Yeah,
and I think
sure,
if
why not?
you could solve the whole thing by just making Siege a specific tune event. In other words, you can
Yeah.
only use certain tunes. That way, nobody has to get banned ever. But I guess that's a little too much work for the devs. I don't know.
Well, it's not, because just do the same thing you do with the showdowns.
Oh,
And,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
The event
Yeah,
eligible list, you just copy that code and apply it to Siege.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So if you limit the scope of the entire roster you have available to you, then Siege is fair and open for everybody.
Well, no, because now you have to consider the people that are newer players that are going to participate in
Oh,
Siege that don't
yeah.
have highly developed rosters,
Yeah,
that
it's
now
not-
they can't have a chance at even getting a decent amount of shards.
Yeah, I
of
and
guess
energy.
you're-
So
the F2P players manage the resources based on the what's it called? The WROL list. The
the tier list.
tier
and stuff
list.
like
Oh,
the,
yeah.
the tier list. They'll start upgrading their characters based on that list, and they might miss out on some very important tunes for that specific siege. It wouldn't be exactly fair for them, but I'm okay with banning tunes, but make it noticeable for everyone, and maybe just don't ban one in specific. Ban more than one.
I
Make
also
it more
wonder
interesting.
why does it have to be 3 weeks long? That's the other thing that's like weird to me.
I think they want you to be playing for the whole month in that separate game mode, I guess, which also helps players that are still doing like their 27 player versus player missions throughout the day. Like, not everybody can get that from Wraith all the time, since you only naturally produce 24 energy. So the Siege kind of helps sustain that daily mission, I think. So if they ever eliminated that daily mission, there would be no reason to have Siege go 3 weeks, but I think that's the reason why,
Oh, gotcha.
if I had to guess.
I don't know. It's not something bad, but it wasn't done in a good way, and I don't think it was done in very good faith. I think they have better things to put their energy on, and I'm not gonna talk about the bugs again, but systematically we're getting these messages with compensation with green rings. I mean, even the noobs don't need green rings at this point, so why do you keep doing that? And the 5-point alliance tune being the siege character that people didn't unlock yet, you gotta plan for those things as well. The star systems in both Wraith and showdowns, they need to fix a lot of things and put interest in different things rather than just banning Atro for Siege because people don't want to face the Atro Supergirl comp. That's my take on it.
I gotta agree there.
Yeah.
Now let's talk Flash.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's
Yeah.
lighten the
Let's
mood.
talk about
Or
something.
not, because I might not be as positive as I was right now.
Wait, that was you being positive?
That was me being positive. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. Welcome to Twatville, everybody.
That's
we're
right.
we're all pulling up.
Twatville, Nova Scotia.
Oh, no. Remember, I just said, based on my Siege position, I'm moving to Smugtown.
Nice.
Oh, that's right. Okay, Smoke Town. Yeah, so the Flash trailer dropped, and I know we've had a multitude of Flash trailers drop. God, I hate to say it, but the film looks pretty good, pretty badass.
I can't wait.
Yeah,
I haven't seen Guardians yet. I'm gonna see that too, but I can't wait for the Flash.
yeah. It makes me hate Ezra Miller even more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed he
Jesus.
dies.
Right. This a tribute to Ezra Miller, and then off we go.
And Wally
In the-
West takes over as the Flash, like most of us in the 90s remember.
In
That's
the
right.
movie, in the movie, he dies. Not Ezra Miller personally. I mean, although,
Right. Yeah.
let's be honest.
Anyways, poor guy aside.
That's neither here nor there.
What's that?
I said that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, neither here nor there. But
Right, but no, it looks great. Like I mean, I don't think like I saw like we were talking about the Japanese trailer that has
Right.
some spoilers. Yeah, I don't think there was a lot in it that wasn't in the first one, but I see what you're saying with the spoilers, and I also looked up some of the merch for the Flash movie because I'm a
Mhm.
sucker. Yeah, and it looks. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
yeah.
I'm just excited for it. I mean, every review, I know you can't always trust reviewers, but like, I haven't seen a negative comment about it yet, other than the lead actor. You know, obviously that produces some
Right.
negativity. But in terms of the movie quality, like everyone that's seen the early release that they screened on April 26th has said that it's amazing and that it's like one of the best movies coming out this year,
Yeah.
if not the best, which I'm like, wow, that's really high praise. But again, you know, nobody that gets invited to these things gets invited to bash the movie. They invite people that are friendly to,
Sure.
you know, drum it up. So take it with a grain of salt, but they're singing very high praise for the movie. I think the trailer looks great. I'm excited to see it. And it comes out on my son's birthday, which I think is cool.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice. You should. Are you taking him to see that then?
He's not really able to sit through a movie
Okay.
that long, and he's not that interested. You know, he's more into like, you know, Paw Patrol stuff and things like that.
Oh, okay.
Right, but I mean that's why we invented car locks.
Yeah. I tried to get him to watch DC Super Pets. He sat and watched it for a little bit, but he just lost interest because it's not enough cutesy stuff. There's too much
Aw.
story, and he doesn't get into the story as much. Plus, it helps if there's trains. But yeah,
Oh,
it's
man.
I'm excited to see it. I think I'm going to take my nephew to go see it actually, because he's actually into all this stuff. So,
right.
he's a Marvel kid. I keep trying to force DC on him.
I mean, in a perfect world, all the movies would be good, both Marvel and DC.
Yeah.
But you know,
Yeah.
But at least he likes the off-brand Marvel stuff. He's all about Deadpool. He's like 10, and my sister let him watch Deadpool, and he's in love with it now. And
that's awesome.
He thinks he's so mature because of the fact that he can handle movies with like swearing and adult content. And he is a mature kid, but it's cute. I remember being like that when I was his age too. So.
And Hugh Jackman's in the next one.
I know. I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome. They said he's gonna play like a way different version of Wolverine, though. It's not gonna be like his normal Wolverine.
Oh, really? Oh, that could be
Yeah.
funny. But
I'm sure there's going to be more comedy back and forth with Deadpool too. Just like with Cable, there was a lot of funny stuff back and forth with him and Brolin.
Yeah. One of the things about the Flash trailer that I thought was kind of interesting was the fact that you had two different Batman in there, right? So there's Batfleck, and then you've got Keaton, obviously. And I'm sure a lot of Keaton's special effects and fight scenes are going to be CGI or stunt people, because I don't think 70-year-old Michael Keaton's going to be doing backflips in a bat suit. But it made me think. I don't know. I don't think that you're going to get like Batfleck and Keaton Batman to fight together in the same universe. Do you guys think that's going to happen, or do you see that not the case? Because I often wonder, like, how are they going to do this? Like, it can't be two Batman, right?
They
My
might
guess
do
is-
I think it's two different universes. From what I
Okay.
get from the trailer, regular Barry goes back in time and he travels to another dimension where he meets the longer-haired Barry, and Keaton is in that universe, and I'm guessing Batfleck is in regular Barry's universe.
right,
if
that's
that
what I
makes
think
sense.
too. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
I don't like to like assume or anything. Like I think it's the producers, the director, everything, like they're very into fan service these days. And after the last Spider-Man movie, where they had all three of the previous Spider-Men together
Yeah.
on the screen, like I think, and fans fucking loved it. Like I know people that cried when they saw
I loved it.
all
It was
three
great.
Spider-Men jump off the thing and swing
I
together.
laughed.
Like it was beautiful, and like directors took note of that. So it's entirely possible that we see some Batman fan service
Yeah.
well, in this one.
And I swore I read an article, and it could have just been one of those like Collider or Screen Rant articles. I can't remember, but I swore I read something about George Clooney filming a cameo or something that's going to be dropped into this movie. And I've, everybody was persistently talking about Christian Bale possibly being involved. I don't know if that was ever confirmed or not, but
Wow.
I think that might be a little like that. And I've read like people that saw those screenings said that there's a couple surprise cameos in there that are not known about already that people will like. So I don't know if they're just blowing smoke out their asses or whatever, but I hope that's the case. It'd be cool. I'm not even a huge fan of George Clooney Batman, but just to have him in there would be
I
neat.
will say that James Gunn, who is doing a lot of press for Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which is a movie he is incredibly proud of, when he signed on to DC and to like take the reins of DC, he got to watch The Flash, and he specifically said in a tweet, he's like, "This is hands down the greatest superhero movie I've ever seen," which says a lot because he's been a part of a lot of superhero movies, and
Big
he
ones.
he had no hands on this one. Like, this one was not his, and he's giving all of the credit to someone else, despite the fact that he tweeted that long before Guardians 3 dropped in theaters. Like, I was like, oh shit. Like, he loves his Guardians 3, but he was like, this movie is hands down the best superhero movie of all time.
I kind of take that with a grain of salt, given that that's his job now, as head of DC.
Oh,
but
sure.
but still, I also think it probably is going to be one really good. So it'll definitely be the best DC movie. Let's be honest.
Yeah. True.
Well,
Shazam 2 didn't do it for me.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see.
Woody's
I don't
like,
want to get
will
the
it?
expectations too high, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know. My expectations are all on Michael Keaton's Batman. That's the only reason I'll watch the movie.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
Because that's the Batman. No argument there from either of you. That's the Batman.
He even
I
says
agree.
it in the
He's a
trailer.
Pittsburgh guy. Go Keaton.
He even says it in the trailer. I'm Batman. Like, you can't mistake it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I think a
He
lot
also
of
says, "Do you want to get nuts?
Yo,
get
yeah.
Oh,
nuts."
right. That's right. He says that.
I think a lot of people are excited about the Flashpoint storyline, which obviously is going
Right.
to be kind of butchered out a little bit in favor of a different storyline. Like, we're not going to see Bruce Wayne's father as Batman. I don't think Reverse Flash is in this movie because I think Zod is the villain according to the trailers. So it's going to be a very different look on the Flashpoint story, but I think a lot of people still want to see it in live action.
Yeah, there's no way they could have done it all in one movie. I'm glad they
No.
didn't try to do all of Flashpoint as one movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
No.
And you need like Superman, Wonder Woman, Cyborg.
Yeah,
like,
it
all
would
these
have
you
been
need them all.
insane.
How
It
do
would
you
have been
work out the
insane.
issues with Ray Fisher to bring him back? No, just
Yeah, they were fired, so how would you bring them back?
Yeah, right.
yeah,
They'll bring back Joss Whedon and
Oh, my God.
Oh no.
yeah, great.
Josh Whedon.
We already have Ezra. Don't
although-
bring back Joss Whedon.
I hear there's a cameo by the animated Cyborg from Teen Titans Go. So
That'd be
we'll see.
amazing.
Really?
Honestly, I would take a cameo from
Booyah.
Michael Rosenbaum.
That
would be
Oh
fun.
yeah. Oh yeah.
That would be
Oh yeah,
fun.
that'd be sweet. Yeah.
And I
That'd
think
be
he would be
awesome.
down for it. 'Cause
Yeah.
He
he's
loves
got-
that stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
He does
he's
all
got
the
a
voice work, too.
podcast and he talks about with a lot of stuff with the stars that work with him in Smallville. And from what I heard, I think he would be totally down to play Lex again. So
Well, shit,
Yeah,
I
it
would
would be a
too
great
if it
cameo.
gave me a nice paycheck. Like, goddamn,
They're
Oh,
bringing back.
I thought AB was talking more in the sense that he was the Flash on the Justice League animated show, like he voiced the Flash.
Oh,
That's
oh,
what I was
yeah.
thinking.
Well, you
that
could
type
go
of
either
cameo.
way, actually. I didn't
Yeah,
think
yeah,
about
you
it the
could
other
go either
way,
way.
but yeah.
They're bringing back Kevin Spacey as Lex Luthor, which is
Oh.
going to be fun. And then he's got to babysit young Lex. It's really creepy. It's really creepy.
Oh.
And young
There's some
Flash
really
is
weird
like,
interactions with him and the Flash. Be like, oh man, they're working together. What's
yeah,
going
there's
on
a
with this?
he works really closely with young Barry. It's really weird.
Oh,
boy.
Lord. Oh my God. Well, anyways, I think the film is probably going to be as good as the critics say, because look at the trailer. I mean, even the Batwing going up into the sky, them ejecting out of the the bat plane together. Just the action scenes look phenomenal to me.
Oh yeah, and I love that part whenever they drop at the very end of the trailer when they drop out at the bottom of the bat plane and he's like, your chute's attached to your seat, and they're like, where's yours? And he drops, and then Ezra Miller's like, woo!
Yes.
Like, it just looks fun. The movie just looks
so
fun.
bad. I know, so badass. God.
But yeah,
what do you guys think about this suit though? As a personal, Flash is one of my favorite superheroes. I do hate that suit. I didn't like the one in Justice League, but this one, the cowl, the
Lydia,
helmet.
I need you to say 3 positive things.
3 positive things.
I think I need to
get out of Twatville. Move back to Smugtown.
Back to Smugtown.
You're so
three positive things. We have Keaton. There you go. 3 words.
3 words.
We have
positive.
Keaton.
It is positive.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like that suit. I'm not even talking about the actor and the stupid faces he makes throughout the whole trailer, because Jesus, he worst casting ever. But I don't know. I don't like the suit. The color is weird.
That's
it has some weird sideburns. I don't know. The lightning coming out of this. It's weird. The Justice League one didn't make any sense because it looked so metallic, and for a speedster to run in a metallic suit doesn't make sense. But this one,
well, they addressed that. They said that in the Justice League, there was he made it on his own out of astronaut stuff or whatever to make sure that it had less friction
very competitive ice dancing.
Yeah, but the ice dancing.
Batman made him.
If he still runs in that way, I'll be.
Sorry, DC Junk just posted one of those weird face pictures. In the chat.
Yeah, the Ezra Miller. Oh Lord.
See, my biggest issue, and I will say the weirdness with the outfit, is the boots for me. And I don't know why, but for the scene in the trailer when he's sliding to a stop before he sees the Kryptonian ship attacking the city, it just looks really unnatural. And I don't know if it's just because the CGI isn't fully finished in those trailers yet or something, but something looks really off with that scene whenever he's sliding to a stop in the middle of the street and then looks up and sees the Kryptonian ship. So I will say that it does look kind of weird there.
And when is Blue Beetle coming out? That's this fall?
I am excited for that one.
I'm excited because I'm excited for the Blue Beetle rework for sure.
It looks fun. It looks different, and it's a superhero that we don't hear about every day unless you're Zuzu.
So Michael Keaton and Blue Beetle.
Too much.
So maybe a Flash rework next month too. I mean, it makes sense, right? Hopefully,
or Savitar would be a good one. But even a stat boost for Savitar. If his strength was up, I could really see him possibly being. I don't know. Maybe he's so close. He's so close to being usable.
Well, if it's a speedster month, but I think I read somewhere, I don't know, I can't remember which channel it was or which server, but I thought I saw somebody say that June is rumored to be a New Gods month, which I thought was strange because why the hell wouldn't it be the Flash month?
Right. That's weird.
Plus, there's plenty of Flash characters that could use a rebirth, like Captain Boomerang, the Flash himself.
Yes.
I know Kid Flash already got one, but he could use another one.
Captain Boomerang hasn't been in the shop in forever, in probably over a year. I haven't seen Captain Boomerang in the shop.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I have a gazillion shards of him.
Really?
I'm so worried about that too, because you remember, what was it, 2 years now? They did that poll with the 10 characters. And 3 of the 10 have not been reworked yet. And those 3
Zatanna?
No, Zatanna was not in the poll. It was Ocean Master and Captain Boomerang. And who was the third one? Fuck.
Oh, that's the poll where they reworked Nightwing and Supergirl, right?
Correct. That's the poll I'm talking about. They reworked everybody else in that poll except for 3. I cannot remember the third one to save my life. But I know Boomerang and Ocean Master were one of them. And did Ocean Master just get a stat boost?
Yeah, 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
he's still only at RB5. Yes, he's RB5. He's only 11. He's only 11K.
Humble.
I mean, I still like to use them, but
I mean, Indigo 1 got a stat boost and then a rework too, so I'm not too worried about it. But
Yeah.
I'm still like, where are they? Because I know Hawk Guy really loves Boomerang. I also am an Ocean Master lover. I have the
love
shards
Boomerang.
for RV4, but I haven't pulled the trigger because I want that rework. It's weird. It's a weird because they did everybody else in that poll except for those three. It's killing me who that third one is, but I don't know.
Well, there's golden opportunity for Orm later this year. You know, in line with the movie, and also for Boomerang. Why not? With the Flash coming out next month, it would make sense. He's a rogues villain, but
at least get a stat boost or something, you know.
Plus, they haven't done anything with a physical tune in a hot minute. Like I think we've had blue green for a lot the past couple months. So like, you know, there you go, physical tune rework for some people to dump some resources into, maybe.
Yeah. Well, panel, I think you've been super entertaining and fantastic today as always, but I think it's time we take this thing around the horn and get everybody's last word. And as usual, we start with Pseudo-Retmus. Take us to church, pal.
Don't really have a lot to say today. Just be thankful for your health. I mean, from everybody thinks they have it bad or it can always be worse. I went to the hospital and, you know, I've thought I've had it bad for a few things. You know, I've had heart surgery, I have kidney surgery, I have knee surgeries, ankle surgeries, you know, I've had all kinds of stuff. And then when I go to the hospital, I'm sitting in the waiting room and I see people that are hunched over, having to walk on walkers, or they can barely move at all. You realize that you have it way better than you think you do. So just be happy for your health. That's about all I can say today.
Well, thank you, pal. We appreciate you, buddy. I just want you to know that today.
I appreciate it.
You got it. You got it. All right. Secju, why don't you tell us what you think today, pal?
All right. Well, I'm going to say I feel like Retmus took it easy on me because I'm not Biff. So,
nice.
But you know, value your health and everything like that. But also don't stress out too much over these little things in DC Legends. Like, even if you are one of the people that's stuck out of playing the game, yes, that sucks. But if you want to play the game, are you coming back whenever they fix it or not? Just make that decision now, because why stay pissed off at something that you can't control? It's out of your hands, just like it's out of my hands until they fix this damn out of sync error. So, you know, just play the game, have the fun in it that you can. And if it gets frustrating, put it down and do something else. It's not that big a deal. You know, there's more important things in life. Like Retmus just said, your health. You know, your relationships with your friends and family. And if DCL being bugged gets you an opportunity to grow one of those relationships further or spend your time more valuably, then, you know, just look at it that way versus, God damn it, my game won't stop going out of sync. So I don't know. Just remember your priorities in life. We got bigger fish to fry.
There is. And I would even say, or you could even use DCL Legends to help strengthen your relationships with your friends and family.
Get your friends and family to play. Keep the game going.
That's it.
It feels like an Amway pitch.
This ain't a pyramid scheme. What are you talking about?
AAD NFT is going on sale next week.
I got dragged to an Amway meeting. Oh my God. I just remembered this crap. I was in the Navy. And we got a new guy that came into our department. His name was Mahaffey. He was a really nice guy. He and I got along super good. We were best pals. I would go over to his house all the time, and we barbecue and, you know, all that good shit. And then so, you know, his wife decided that she was tired of living with him and moved out and divorced him, and he went crazy. And he comes to me, he's like, hey, man, I want to go to a meeting tonight. I want to take you to a bit of a party. We're going to have some fun at this party. I'm like, all right, can I bring some beer? He's like, well, we can drink some beer afterwards. I'm like, that doesn't really sound much like a party, but all right. It was a 3-hour fucking Amway pitch. And I was pissed. And I told him, dude, don't ever fucking tape me one of these things again. You know, like, I'm not buying any of your fucking toothpaste. About 2 weeks later, he comes up to me and he says, hey, man, guess what I did? And I said, what? I just smoked a doobie and then I went and told the Master at Arms what I did. Why would you do that? do you not know what's going to happen? He's like, oh, yeah, but I got it all figured out. His genius plan was he was going to sell Amway for the rest of his life and be a millionaire. I shit you not. What a super cool guy, and what a hell of a waste. I never knew what happened to him after that.
That man's name is Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. No, it's
gonna say what was his backup plan? Like door-to-door vacuum.
That wasn't
sales?
a backup plan. he got sent to the he was restricted extra duty for 45 days. He got busted down a rank, and then he was dishonorably discharged.
Oh,
That seemed like it didn't work out as planned.
No. So I have no idea what happened to him after that, but it's just a sad story. Just every time I hear Amway, I think of that. Like I think of that whole story and that dude. Whatever happened to that guy? Mahaffey was cool. I wish.
Hopefully he struck it rich doing something else.
Yeah, let's hope so. Let's hope so. He had a tattoo of himself on his back in front of his own gravestone. He was a trippy cat.
That's not weird.
No, he was a trippy cat.
Yeah, he's the new mayor of Twatville.
He's the new mayor. Twatville, Nova Scotia.
Wait, are we still talking Elon Musk?
Oh God. Anyways, is that all you have to say there, buddy? Zach?
Oh yeah, that was it.
Okay,
okay. I'm good.
Thanks, pal.
Everybody
Thanks, pal.
have a good weekend. Thanks for listening.
Appreciate it. All right, Tootie, you take us down. What are we doing, pal?
Just like how Retmus says, be thankful for your health. I'm gonna say be cognizant of it, and also like don't take it for granted. I'm currently sick right now, which is why I'm not talking that much right now. I don't like getting the sniffles. I have them every time the seasons change. There's nothing I can really do to fix that. I'm literally chugging water with emergency in it. I'm gonna take a nap later. Like I'm trying to take care of myself and get over with it as soon as possible. I have a shift on Wednesday I don't want to miss. I had to call out today. I fucking hate being sick. So like, yes, be thankful for your health, but also don't take it for granted either. Like, take care of yourself, go work out, drink water, just stop drinking pop for every single fucking drink, do all the nice things for yourself and then get better soon. So that's all I gotta say.
I agree, pal. We hope you feel better soon, buddy. That's not a good way to go down. Gosh.
Somebody send him a doobie.
No kidding. All right, thanks, buddy. We appreciate it. All right, Miss Junk, do you have any last words?
Sure. All right, this is gonna be a little weird and a little long, but it's about like, look, I'm selling this great shampoo and toothpaste.
Oh, Jesus.
This week the Writers Guilds went on strike. And I'm actually a member of the guild, and like, so I'm on strike. And I was never one of those people that was like huge, like, oh, unions are super important. I never really got it. Like, and I've worked shitty jobs. Like, I worked at McDonald's, I worked at other, like, all these things. I never really thought about it. But their unions are super important. And they, like, anytime you, like, if you're at a place that doesn't have a union, instead of saying, like, why do they need a union, saying, like, just maybe we do, like maybe there are things that we could do to have a better workplace, to get paid our fair share, to not be fucked over by people in charge. And so if you are in a union, I wish you the best. And I'm sorry that I never took you seriously before, but I really, and also just thank you all for listening. And you guys, you guys made my week. I hang out with great people, but Sunday mornings are always really special. So thank you to you guys for coming here and showing your faces and or voices.
And I want to say something on that. I don't understand why companies can't just fucking pay you a good wage, because they spend so much money fighting paying you a good wage, that paying you a good wage would equal probably what they spend already or less. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, why can't they just fucking give people money that they earned and then allow them to live comfortably? Because like writers, most of that stuff gets filmed in like LA or New York or places where the rent is sky fucking high, and these people who are getting paid absolutely jack shit cannot afford to fucking live there. So it's not cool at all. And like, it's not just the Writers Guild, it's like those train workers, it's like other people out there that are just getting fucking shat on by these mega corporations like Amazon, who can literally afford to pay them the world and just choose not to because they're greedy motherfuckers.
Right.
So,
They spend money to fight unions, so drivers have to piss in a jar, and it's fucking insane.
it is.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
fucking insane. So I'm so sorry if you're dealing with any of that.
Yeah, that's fucked up. It's fucked up for sure. Fight the man. That's what I got to say.
Yep. There's no union in Amway. You don't need it because you.
Well, there's no Amway. There's an A in Amway. No.
I'm pretty sure those guys are 1099s.
Right. Jesus Louises. Is that all you have today for us, Miss Junk?
That's all. Oh, and also the coronation was yesterday, so I celebrated in traditional British fashion by going to my Indian neighbor's house uninvited and stealing his stuff.
Well, speaking of the coronation, did anybody see the article about them mowing a giant penis into like the grass or something? Like there was like a big deal about that. I don't know if it was a joke article, but my wife showed it to me, and I don't know if it was real or not. But supposedly somebody mowed a huge cock into the grass in front of the coronation.
That's hysterical.
Yeah.
We all know Charles has one. So
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
The big one?
didn't Camilla tell us about it on that phone call? In and out, in and out. Oh, that'd be delightful.
Oh, my Lord. British sex, folks. Doesn't get hotter than that. Thank you very much, Miss Junk. We appreciate you.
Oh, so it is. Is that accurate or was that fake?
What?
I see the picture. I don't know if it's accurate.
I hope it is.
Oh,
That's
oh my
amazing
God,
if
there it
somebody
is.
In landscaping did that.
The crown jewels were out.
Before
On
the
display
ceremony.
for the world to see.
It's a penis on the lawn. It's funny.
Actual size.
All right. Thank you, Miss Junk. We appreciate it. Witty, you get the bottom line, girl.
Yeah, let's finish this on a positive note, because we do need positive things in this community. And before you go on Reddit and try to write an essay of all bad things DCL, I think you need to look at the positives, because in this community you have people like Redmus, who is goodwill personified. He's just the nicest guy ever. You have DCL Junk, who's just super funny, amazing, an amazing person to be with, and she always brightens our weeks, our show. She's always the funniest person here. You have Sekju, someone who will give you probably the best advice you'll get here, because if it's stressing you out, just light up a joint and you'll be happy and you'll forget all your problems. You have Tuditron. I'm not even going to mention his YouTube channel and the massive things he does for the community, but he's the guy who showed up even being sick. And even you, AB, that you don't even play the game anymore and you're here just making it happen for all of us. And nothing could be more positive than this. So
I agree.
Thank you. That was great.
I agree.
thanks,
Yes, thank you, Witty. You are
Smoke a joint just because you said that.
see, always great advice.
you're
Yeah.
a gem. You're a real gem, and we appreciate you. And by the way, I want to say I appreciate all of you, the All-Stars, even Biff. He's not here, but even Biff.
Yeah, I
Sure,
didn't
Biff some
mention
love.
him. I was just mentioning us because we were around, but I do
Right.
appreciate Biff. Probably
Right.
more than he knows, but I do
Yeah.
appreciate him.
Yeah. We wish him the best.
Biff knows we love him.
He sure does.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I've picked fights on Reddit over Biff getting picked on.
Oh, my God. We want to thank all of you for taking the time to be with us today. Get on our website, AtlantisAfterDark.com. Grab some cool swag from the merch store, get on Discord, and talk directly with us, and then hit that subscribe button on YouTube because you know you want to. For Witty, for Retmus, for Sekju, Tootie, and DCL Junk, we'll see you all right here next time for another awesome episode of Double AD. So long, everybody.